public service announcement from the Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Decal the Titan, and we're featuring our boy JJ on another episode of Views from the Underground. Now, my first thing I'm going to ask you to do, JJ, is tell them where you're from.
I was born and raised in Flint, Michigan. That's where I was born.
So you holding down Flint?
Yeah.
so just Flint, nowhere else?
Nah, I mean, in Michigan.
Michigan, okay. All right, so my boy JJ here is holding down Michigan. So I want to let the audience know that you are a part of the Lone Wolf Jupiter project. And one of the things that I asked Sunnie, I know you're in a group with Sunnie Moon, one of the things I asked him was, is it necessarily a group or is it a movement? And he said it's a movement, man. So tell me a little bit about how you feel about the movement going on.
Yeah, Lone Wolf Jupiter is it's a movement. We want artists to express themselves through music and be creative. We don't want it to be restrictions on it, so that's how we're taking it. It's a movement. Yeah.
Okay, man.
It's a free movement. It's
a free movement.
Creative individuals. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. So I listened to a lot of your stuff, man, and I'm wondering. I hear some upcoming stuff from the Lone Wolf Jupiter group, man. And I know it's a movement, but is there anything that JJ is working on in particular that we should get excited about?
Yeah, I actually have a beat tape that's coming soon. I'm not gonna tell the date, but it's coming soon. I have some work with Strap, artist that I'm working with. He's part of the team Lone Wolf Jupiter too. We have a project we're working on. Sunnie Moon, we always talking back and forth. We have a couple projects we're working on as well.
All right, man. So the whole team is collaborating
Yeah,
together.
we moving.
Okay. All right, so I'll get my CD first.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. All right, cool, man. All right. So I listened to a lot of your sounds, as I mentioned before. Of course, we're doing the interview, but I hear a lot of different sounds in it. So I just want to know, what were some of your influences before you got into the game?
One of my influences when I first started listening to music, hip hop music in general, Kanye West was definitely one.
Okay.
That drew me to hip hop, you know. And as far as sampling wise, him and Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder was the key to make me want to do boom bap style music. You know,
okay.
Soulful.
Now you have a variety of sounds in your beats, man. What are some of the genres that influence these beats, man? Because not to say they're off the wall, but it's like I hear electronic, I hear a little bit of rock, I hear a little bit of old school. So what's some of the genres you touch base with?
Really, I listen to all type of genres. What I like to do is all music, whatever music I listen to, I like to listen to rock, whether it's rock, blues, whether it's classical music, whatever it is, I want it to sound soulful. I want, have that boom bap soulful feel to it. So do my own little twist on it.
All right, man. Well, I like to ask people that come on my show is, tell me what's the top 5 artists that you're listening to from the underground right now. Some people that motivate you to do what you do.
I would say Joey Badass is one.
Okay. Yeah.
When I first started listening to underground, Charles Hamilton.
Okay.
Another one. J. Cole.
All right.
Kendrick Lamar.
All right.
And really for last, I don't know.
I mean, you part of Lone Wolf Jupiter.
Sunnie Moon, he's one to put him on.
Man, I mean, you working with the man for the beats, man. That's
yeah,
like giving yourself credit.
He's definitely one of my inspirations too, as far as underground rap.
All right, man. All right, that's big. So, I know you have a lot of different genres in your sound. I know you have various beats, but what's your target audience?
My target audience is for everyday people. You know, my music is. I want to speak to everyone. I want it to, it's not just for a particular audience. It's just for everyday. You know, whatever they feel. Whatever someone's feeling today. I want my music to speak to them. Whether they're sad, happy. Whatever they feeling, I want my music to, speak to them.
Right.
So.
I mean, y'all definitely got the sound for it, man.
Yeah.
And with Strap, man, like I was telling Sunnie, man, it sounds like, a cross between Nas and DMX. Like you got the angry political standpoint sound going for you too.
Yeah, he's definitely, yep. That's where I want my music to be. I want it, I want to have a real feeling, a real meaning to it, and I want to speak to the people, People's always first, that's where I want it to be.
All right, so I heard that I Wonder from Strap, man. Mm-hmm. And I heard, Costa Nova from Sunnie. And I know y'all all a part of that movement. I know I keep saying that, but it is a movement, man. I hear the various sounds. So JJ, tell the people, what's your direction of sound, man? What direction are you taking your music in?
I just keep it soulful, soulful boom bap. That's always been my style, That's the way I want to keep it.
No switch up, dramatic switch ups.
Nah, I don't. Boom bap. So that is definitely the lane I stay in. But I listen to all genres. So electronic music. I'm definitely a fan of it. Whatever. As long as it has a feeling to it. But soulful boom bap is that's my lane.
All right, man.
Yeah.
So tell the people, what's a typical day in the studio like for you, man? So how do you develop this new sound that you're doing, this unique sound that's JJ? What's a typical day in the studio like?
I just move with the seasons, Whatever I'm feeling that day, whatever was going on that day, I just go with the flow. Like, I sample it. If I'm feeling happy one day, I just sample, make my emotions speak through the music. So, really, I just move with the seasons, really.
Are all your samples and beats thumbs up? Like when you go to Sunnie, when you send it to Strap, when you working with Melani, are all of them thumbs up, or do y'all sit there and sometimes negotiate about what's going on the CD or the mixtape or the album?
Well, when we get together, we have a deep conversation. We analyze each other's music. We sit there and we scan through it and make sure we get each other's sides of the whole thing. We make sure it sounds like we want it to sound right. We don't just rush through things. So,
Yeah, you see that a lot now with the commercial. Like, we just gonna kick this out. You're gonna be able to go through 3 or 5 tracks out of 14. I'm gonna be able to take what I want from it.
Right. We want to make art with it. So that's we take our time and we're proud of it too. So
Yeah, man. And out of all the cats and young artists that's coming out, man, what makes JJ stand out from Lone Wolf? What stands you out from the crowd, man?
Just stay original with my sound. A lot of people, like to use a lot of music, a lot of like sounds and stuff like that. But I just stay original to the music. The music I sample, the drums I use, the original drums. I just like to make it soulful, make it original, and just keep it straightforward. No complications. That's how I like it.
All right, man. So what I'm gonna ask you to do right now is talk to the young cats out there who want to be in your spot, man, who want to be producing music, doing this full time, and pretty much making a living doing their art, doing their craft, man. What advice can you give them?
Just stay humble, stay focused, and just follow your heart, follow your dreams, whatever you feel like, that's right for you. Don't let no one tell you can't do this, you can't do that. Your sound may sound, it might not be right, whatever. Just follow your heart. That's what I do. That's what I do music for. So, that's all I have to say. Just follow your heart.
All right, man. So don't follow the money.
No, don't follow money, you know.
Money comes later.
Money is the root of all evil.
Follow your heart.
Yep.
That's cool, man. That's real cool. This is another episode of Views from the Underground with your host, Decal the Titan. And I just want to thank my man JJ for taking the time today just to, you know, give me his words on what's making Lone Wolf stand out, man. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it too.
All right, man.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
And catch me again next week with episode 3 of Views from the Underground.